Hey, gang, we're here for lunges, full body lunges, abs, and accessories. So basically, all of the accessory work that we did not integrate into our compound lifts in our full body squat and push and our deadlift and pull. All right, so we're talking bicep curls, tricep dips, lat raises. We have some ab work. We will begin with our curtsy lunges. Option to elevate those curtsy lunges using a plate. So I have 20-pound dumbbells. I also have 30s and 15s. For our bicep curl complex, we're going to go drop set, which means we're going to start heavy for 5. We're going to drop the weight and do 5 more. We're going to end with a 5-second isometric hold with that. We do have some weighted V-ups. We have, at the very end of the workout, banded glute medius kickbacks. So I have a mini loop band here for that. You could also, I guess, use a long loop band if it's secured properly with good resistance. If you're at the gym, go ahead and find your cable machine with an ankle strap at its lowest setting and perform it that way. I'm going to get into a very, very, very quick stretch. Um, just literally getting the hamstrings a little bit from, I'm still a little bit sore from deadlifting. And then we will get it going. Rep ranges 8 to 15 today. Okay. Maybe some hip openers as well. As I sit here with very tight hips. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to go 5 forward and back. Last one, I'm just going to jump into a hip opening exercise. As we get into plank position, focus on really engaging the core, locking everything in nice and tight. This one we're going to hold the plank. Big step of that right side, drop that back knee down. Let's get into the hip openers here. Whew, my goodness. Good, we're gonna send that right leg back into a down dog. We're gonna pedal here. Hips come forward. Big step. Ooh. I said quick stretch, but you know, here we are. And you feel a little tightness, it's hard to ignore, right? Last stretch before we get into our first superset. Rocking out to the new Taylor Swift album. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. My son described it as mid. He said it's mid. I'm into it. All right. So I think I'm gonna take an elevated approach. I'm gonna start with 20s. We've got 8 to 12 reps with these guys. And then we move into our lat raises immediately. goodness. Probably should have taken a practice rep or two. So what you do on one side, obviously, you must do on the other. I went with 10. Maybe next round, I'll go for more, and then final round, I'll increase the weight. Eight to 12. Whew, good. Awesome work. Now, again, obviously we're doing accessory work today, which means there's not really an opportunity to train to failure for any one particular movement necessarily. So what I'd like you to do instead is go for a real challenge. A real challenge. So I could have stopped right there at 10 reps, for example. I probably could have, but I asked myself, come on, these are 10-pound weights. You ever want to progress to 15s and lat raises ever? Maybe it's not next week, maybe it's not even a month from now, but if you ever want to make that jump, you're going to have to get a little uncomfortable in that movement. So pick a move that makes sense for you. Where do you want to see your body change? Is it the adductors, the outer glutes? Is it the biceps? Is it the shoulders? Is it the triceps? Because we're going to visit all of these movements. Is it some core work, right? So should we be focusing a little bit more on our deep core and core engagement as we perform certain movements and as we really get into the focused ab work? So I want you to pick 1 to 2 movements that are relevant to you and make those movements your focus challenge today. Different than training to failure, for sure. Even if that means getting a little bit more intentional with your angles, your feet placement, your tempo. How well is your core engaged in this movement right now? Yes, this is dynamic. There's a lot going on. Good, I'm at 10, I'm going 2 more. I'm halfway. Whew. I felt a difference just creating the expectation of, come on, get real with your angles, get real with your form, your movement quality, your tempo. Make sure you roll those wrists back actively. No lazy wrists or lazy grip. Whew. All right, awesome. Quick little recovery. This is our last set coming in our first superset of the day. We've got some tricep work, coming tricep dips with a knee drive and some weighted V-ups. So we're all very excited about the core. This side first. Last set, lat raises. All right, awesome, awesome. Make sure my bench is in the frame for these dips. I'm gonna scoot it in a little bit. All right, so what this move is a regular traditional tricep dip. You could also do this from the ground, but you're gonna have less range of motion there. So keep those hips close to the bench. We're not too far, all right? Elbows are not coming out that way. Elbows are bent toward the back of the room. Fingertips pointed straight. Place those hands right next to those hips, not out here, all right? Biggest issue I see with dips, hips are way too far away. Bend those knees if you have trouble, if you need to, and modify. And the elbows are Turn down. So keep them nice and tight. Roll the shoulders down and back. We've got 8 to 10 reps. Obviously, one dip plus the drive counts as one rep. I'm at 8. I'm going to go with 10. Woo. All right. We've got to weight it be up. I'm going to use a 20. Maybe I graduate to a 25-pound weight. We'll see how this first set goes. But 15. All right, little breather. Quick little sip of water. 1 down, 2 to go. Say 1 down, 2 to go. All right, this time, here's what I'm working on for these tricep dips. I noticed that I get lazy in the top of this rep. In other words, I'm not properly engaging the glutes or the core. So when you come up, we're coming down. When we push up, I want you locking in and squeezing those glutes here. Using the lower abs to draw those knees in. It's very, very easy to just muscle your way through it without engaging properly. So that's how I want you to engage properly in this movement. Hold the position, and I want you using those lower abs to draw the knee in. All right, if you're feeling it more in your quads, that means the energy's coming from the legs rather than the lower abs. All right, so there's a difference. There's a difference. And I want you to keep the lower abs engaged when we move over into those weighted dips. So practice right here, lifting those hips, squeezing the glutes. Boom. Big difference. Good. Now, because I engaged properly, I was willing to fail earlier in that move. Because I really was incorporating my whole body. All right. Weighted core, no joke. No joke. We love some weighted core. All right, last set, best set. We've got our glute medius kickbacks coming, as well as bicep curls. see what difference proper engagement can make. All right, awesome work. Okay, so grab your starting weight in your bicep curl drop set. For me, I think I'm gonna go 15s. So I'm gonna start with 15 for 5, drop it to 10 for 5, and then kind of gauge that first set in the rest of my sets. If I want to bump up to a 20, it's gonna be probably unlikely, but they're there just in case. So in this position, you're taking the same position you would using a cable machine, holding your cable or having some sort of support. There's typically a handle. I'm just gonna lean against my wall and take a soft knee or my static knee, take it back to the side, get that same engagement here on the outer glute. Take your time with it. Eight to 10 reps each. I'm at 10. Last one. We're going to drop it down. Five-second isometric hold. Whew, my goodness. 1 down, 2 to go. Stay 1 down, 2 to go. Again, I think you'll definitely need some sort of chair, bench, wall, something for support in this move, but we don't want to be in a lazy forward fold position. Nope. You just want a slight hinge. A slight hinge is going to do it just fine, so please do not get lazy with the core. Similar position to like when you start your hinge for your deadlift. That's what I'm talking about. So we're here, slight bend in that static leg, hinged, core is engaged. We're extending back to the side, coming in at like a 3-3 tempo, basically. Eight to 10 reps, I'm at 8. I'm gonna go 2 more. more time. Quick drop set. Try to make the transition quick, unlike I just did. Last full rep, 5-second hold. Good. Fantastic job. Woo, just like that. One more set of work for the day. I need a hype song, I think. All right, y'all, here we go. Whew. Take a moment, get in the right position. How's your hinge? Are we lazy with it? How's the core engagement? How's the range of motion? Woo! The right engagement makes all the difference, guys. Last drop set. How you want to make it your best. Last full rep. Awesome work. Hydrate, stretch, eat your protein, eat your carbs, recover well, stretch, walk, sleep, go to bed, let the muscles recover. Go slay the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.